I want to start this out by saying, Jasmine, fuck you, you bitch. Man, that's SMOKE episode 30. Let's jump in it. Let's get it.
Yes, Sirski. It's good to be back, dude.
Thank you.
It's good to see you, man.
Oh, God, I haven't had Jay on the pod in a minute. I've been slacking on the pod. I've been so busy, but you know
how life goes.
Oh, God.
Shit, brother. Like, honestly, I was thinking about this the other day. I was just thinking, like, because I'll watch, like, scenes from our podcast, from, like, our past podcasts. And, like, honestly, I get we haven't been making it long. But we've been making it long enough to, like, see a difference a little bit. And we used to whisper in our mics. Like, we used to low-key whisper in the mics. Yeah, we used to, like this. Like, we be close up
more
like this.
More of ASMR?
Yeah, like, more like ASMR.
I got more comfortable with it.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is. Why does it sound like stuff keeps vibrating? I think it's me touching the table.
Yeah, it's because you touching the table.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I don't know if it picks up on the pod, though, but I hear it. It does? Or it doesn't? We got Joseph in the background on camera duty.
Yeah. Got the Alaskan bullworm in the house.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Bro, get your finger at the camera. That's unprofessional.
Nobody wants to see a dirty, I'm not going to say that. No, I'm going to say a dirty Hispanic finger.
You want to know something? All right. Fucking, I feel like African Americans don't have like an ancestral home or some shit.
Really?
Like, Asians come from Asia, like, you know what I mean? We really have nowhere that we belong on Earth.
Yeah, like if we go to Africa, we're gonna be looked at stupid because, like, I know that Africans don't really mess with us like that.
It's not the same.
Yeah,
they don't understand the same struggles as we do.
Yeah,
and yeah,
we don't
technically we
came
from Africa, but our cultures are so different.
Exactly,
and it's just like, damn, Lucky feels isolated.
Yeah, it's like there's a difference between being African and African American.
African Americans have it probably. Well, I won't say they have it the worst out of every race, but we're so, especially like, well, African Americans, we're so stereotyped and judged before people even meet us. I mean, everywhere we go.
You're right in that sense, in both senses, honestly. I mean, because you can say that we have gangs, but I remember thinking back, because every time I think about that, I remember you telling me, like, what race doesn't? And honestly, you're right. Like, what race doesn't have
the Yakuza,
gangs?
the Mafia, the cartel. Like,
exactly, like the mob, like all of that. All of them, they're gangs, and shit, it's all in different races. All races have them, but I think that like maybe, I don't know. I feel like no, I can't say that either because all of them are looked upon like in a bad way. Like all of them have their bad ways that are shown in movies and
but other races aren't judged for it so heavily. You know what I mean? A lot of people would just only see black people as like thugs and stuff like that, and that's just how they choose to see them, which is unfair when they don't do that to any other race. Well, every race is stereotyped, but not the same as black people.
Okay, hold on. Maybe it's because like of our music.
But even then, like, to let the few judge the many is unjust.
I mean, yeah. 100%.
There's only so many people that are black that actually rap, and when they do rap, they rap about that shit.
Yeah. There's a lot of people.
But there's a lot
rap about that.
But there's But you're only choosing to look at that type of rap. That's not the only type of rap that we have. Yeah. And even that's not the only black genre, like R&B. Nobody wants to bring up R&B.
I mean, I know what you mean. Like, I agree with you. I do, like, because when people think about black music, that's rap. It's instantly the first thing that they think about. It's honestly the first thing that I think about, even though I listen to R&B more than rap. But even so, I mean, you know how our music taste is. It's all over the place. But it's just, like, when it comes to rap, people, I've heard this from different interviews, the way that black people express their rap, they'll say, we're putting, what we go through our rap, which in some cases that's true, and in some cases it's not.
There's a big difference between putting what you go through in the rap and promoting violence. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah.
There's a way big difference. So, like, J. Cole, and Kendrick, they put what they go through and shit like that, but you don't hear them rapping about all the negative things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just that
like 21 Savage.
I can't say I don't listen to 21 too much to
I don't either, but it's easy to say like the stuff that I've listened to from like 21 Savage.
But like YoungBoy has broke down crying on interviews, because the impact that he's had on music, and a lot of these artists don't realize the impact that they do have and the influence that they do command. and a lot of the things that they do impact our community negatively.
Yeah, most definitely. And that's why, like, honestly, when it comes to wanting to support certain things, I find it harder to do so. Like, not like, but I support Black Lives Matter, right? You know, like, because Black Lives Matter, all lives matter. I'm gonna say it like that.
But
all lives matter.
Don't say that, because
no, but
what's wrong with that? It's a protest to a protest.
I know, I've heard that too, but that's a fact though. It's that all lives matter. But like, I'm just saying, like, again, I agree with Black Lives Matter. So, but my thing is, when we keep putting stuff out in the community that damages us, it's hard to support it. And then I get, like, that's what people go through, and like that's been like deeply enrooted into us. But at the same time, though, it's just like, when do we like start to want to shift a focus from, you know, like what we go through, or like not even what we go through, but beside like what we go through and what we want to put out there, what makes us famous. Because I heard from like from a music producer, I don't even know if this is true or not, honestly, but I heard from a music producer that they charge more, I think, like they charge like music artists less to do video shoots in the hood, but the people who are shooting it get paid more. And the reason why,
which is understandable.
Exactly. You know, it's understandable. But like, the other thing is, like, I think he said, damn, I wish I looked this up some more, or like even could remember the video, but he was just like, they really want to push that narrative though, of like black people, you know, gangs, streets, like they want to push that more than like, you know, our R&B side
to us being systematically put down too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like that's why I said, like, you know, it's enrooted into us, but at the same time,
and
like,
it's unfair.
You got to come to a certain point to where it's just like, yo, like we got to look at ourselves and be like, yes, this has hurt us, this has damaged us, and
our sense of community is going.
It's bad. It's gone. Yeah, it's really gone.
But that could also go into the CIA, you know, fucking up shit. You know what I mean? Like, we had community, but I've talked about this in the pod before, like how black communities have literally been wiped off, and it's just it is unfair, and
like that.
It's sad that we don't have. This is supposed to be the land of the free, but we don't even have that same luxury as white people do in America to make those mistakes, because we're being judged for everything we do, and it's just being a change that you want to see. And a lot of people aren't ready for that conversation because they haven't done enough soul searching, I guess.
Exactly. Like,
it's crazy how a lot of people could be ignorant to things around us.
Exactly. Like, and honestly, again, I understand. I mean, I don't understand because I don't do my history lessons, or like I don't read like how I should, you know. But like I've seen enough, not enough, but I've seen, you know, enough to where I can say, like, yeah, it is a inside problem. Like, it is literally a, not to say like a black person problem, but like a enrooted problem. But it's also like, we gotta look at it and take what we can that's positive, and like, you know, leave behind that negative.
It's hard to get a step up when our people have been,
I know exactly
put down from the foundation. The foundation that they give us
is like, built to make us.
When they free every slave got, like, every man got like 46 acres and like a mule or some shit like that.
Sharecropping.
Yeah,
that's what that was called, sharecropping.
But they did that on purpose, knowing that these black people wouldn't be able to afford and upkeep this land, and they're gonna sell it off. Yeah. And when they sell it off, they're gonna sell it for cheap because they're desperate.
It would actually be like, I think it was actually that they'd give them this land and say that y'all could pay it off to us. And then what it was they couldn't pay it off. So that they would actually just stay there for debt.
I don't think it's that they couldn't pay it off. They couldn't afford like the taxes. So like, say like Mr. Beast, he's gifted one of his friends an island, but his friend had to sell it because he owns this island, but he can't afford to own this island. And like with boats are hella expensive. You might have 20 mil to buy the boat, but you got all that money to keep up the upkeep of the boat.
Right, yeah. Like for sharecropping, it was like, yeah, they got this land, but you now need to nurture your land.
You gotta pay your taxes on this land.
Yeah, you gotta pay your taxes.
They're charging them about the ass, and they're paying them less.
Exactly, and like they had to buy tools for their land. They had to, and then they also had to eat themselves. Exactly, and like all that shit added up. So like now they're like basically not in debt, but they're in debt. You know, like they can't exactly.
You're putting, what's the word?
And I could be wrong. But this is basically like the basic of it. You know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're on the line.
Yeah, I think so.
Call us out if we're not.
Exactly. You know,
we're just a couple of stoners, so don't take everything we say to the heart.
Facts. We just say what we.
Unless we saying some real shit, then take that to the heart. Hell no, nigga. No free promotion. No, I'm just playing. It's not fuck y'all. If y'all interested, hit me up.
Yeah, exactly. Like, hey, we're here.
I don't know this guy. I don't know what the fuck he did.
We're here for y'all. We use it. We're not gonna put the name out there though.
Oh God. Hey, can y'all let me know down in the comments? Y'all haven't seen my progress. I've been in the gym and shit.
Oh yeah. Myself. Hey, dude, you want to give him a little flex for the one time?
Oh yeah.
All right, that's it. You got a little flex right there. Kapow. I used to be a twig.
I thought you was about to say a twink.
I used to be a twink. No, I don't. What is that?
You used to be a twink?
Is that a fag?
That's is that a word to say?
No, for real, that's not an okay word to say. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I say fag in a different way. I didn't mean
stop
it
saying the word.
But I do say fag. I just don't say it to gay people.
You do not know how bad that is. Just to say right now.
It's a terrible thing to say, isn't it?
Stop saying it.
I didn't say it. I didn't just say it
3 times.
Yeah, 3 times, but I didn't say it when I just said that sentence.
But you can't say the word in general. That's like a white person saying nigga.
You know, I thought about that. I'm not going to speak on that.
It's just as bad for them.
I'm not going to speak on that.
If y'all choose to cancel this nigga, hey.
I wouldn't blame y'all.
It ain't got nothing to do with me.
Don't take it personal.
I'll kick this nigga off the podcast right now and get Joseph.
Yeah, that is true.
You want to do it?
Again, I got gay friends. I got more gay friends than Joseph. I can tell you that much.
Joseph got happy as fuck.
If y'all gonna cancel me over that, y'all need to cancel Joseph for sure.
Hey, we're not gonna throw anybody under the bus.
I'm just saying, if we're gonna
threw him under the bus,
don't do that.
That's throwing him under the bus.
You know, it's not throwing him underneath the bus because he hasn't said anything. It's my word versus y'all.
I'm defending you.
It's my word versus theirs. All I gotta say is y'all don't have to believe what I'm saying.
Your record is ass right now.
That's okay.
You just said the F slur.
That's okay. I don't mind. I can say what I really want.
It is the land of the free.
It is the land of the free, but there are punishments.
We had, I think it was with Corey, because he was talking about like, oh, that's breaking your amendment, and we were talking about how like freedom of speech is freedom of speech. You can say what you want, but there's still actions to the things you say.
It was Corey.
Yeah, and I'm just like, bruh.
And that shit is weird to me. That shit is low key weird.
What?
Like we have freedom of speech, but we don't. Like,
dude. You have the freedom to say what you want to say.
There's consequences, though.
There's consequences to everything you do.
No. Like,
there is consequences to everything you do.
I'm not saying no to that. I'm saying no to, like, the freedom of speech. If you, like, yes, you have the right to say what you can say. But if that's the case, then we have the freedom to do literally everything, which we do. But at the same time, like, in a sense of rules, like, we're talking about rules, like, literal amendments and rules. So
you do have, like you said, you have the right to say what you want to say.
Yeah, but like you don't.
You do.
Wait, do you?
You do.
Like if you were to like put out because like in the movie theater you can't say there's a fucking fire. That's illegal.
You can, but there's consequences to your actions.
Isn't that illegal?
It's not necessarily legal, but there's consequences to your actions.
I could be hella wrong.
You're not going to go to jail because you said it in the movie. You're going to go to jail for disruption of the public peace.
Got it. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's an amendment.
I didn't know.
There's not a lot of things. Well, if you're a felon and shit like that, you can get your amendments taken away.
Yeah, like I thought, because I swore like there were certain things
like the right to bear arms and shit.
Yeah, and the right to vote and shit like that. But like I thought like there was literally certain things that people.
Fucked up felons can't vote.
Nigga, what?
Felons got it bad, man. Shout out to all the felons out there trying to do their best.
You think it's because of pedophilia? You think it's because like if a pedophile
it's not
comes?
Because of pedophilia.
No, I'm just saying. Listen, hear me out. You think it's because like if somebody were to run for president and somehow be like, okay, we can touch. The age limit of consent is 15. If pedophiles...
They do have the power to change the age of consent.
I know, but I'm saying if pedophiles were allowed to vote, do you think that's the reason why? Like, that's one of the reasons why?
No.
No, not at all? You don't think that's like one of the reasons?
Pedophiles only make such a small portion of felons. It's not that hard to become a felon. You know that, right?
Yeah.
It just depends, but I do
But
feel
how
like
do you know how big the thing of pedophilia is?
because pedophilia is only 1%. Like, I'm not saying 1%, but that's only one part of why people go to jail.
I mean, of
people
course.
go to jail for murder, for drugs. There's a like crime, robbery, and shit like that. There's so many other reasons to get a felony. That doesn't make sense that pedophilia is the driving factor to decide why felons can't vote.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. But at the same time, when you do have a whole
But I think that
section-
does play a part into it, though.
Okay,
without
yeah.
a doubt.
Yeah, that's what I was basically asking. Like, do you think that plays a part into it?
Hell yeah. I just don't think it's the deciding factor.
Yeah, no, that's
probably
not.
some
Yeah,
other
that's not what I was saying.
shit.
I said, do you think that's one of the things that's in it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I hate the justice system is so fucked up because like I hate how they want the whole point of going to jail is to spend time wasting your life to think about what you done, to feel sorry for what you done, and once you're out, reintegrate into society. But they don't make that any easier. Jobs are even harder to get, and it's just harder. Like this is such a stain on your reputation. No one wants to hire you.
Yeah,
it's hard to make a serious living,
exactly,
a decent living. For felons and shit like that. Like that one video I sent you, dude went to the strip club and he's lost. He don't know where to look. It's too much for him.
Too much.
And it's just like a lot of people, especially black people, because we've been so wrongfully prosecuted that all they know is that life and they don't know how to reintegrate into society. Like I've known someone, he was in jail for 50 years since he was like 16.
Damn.
He spent most of his life in jail. That's all he ever knew.
Damn.
Oh God. And it's just like, it's sad to see.
Because it's hard to get out of that life. And then when you're in jail.
Once you've known something for so long, it's just like telling someone to change their way of living.
Literally. And then like, I've watched a podcast of like drug dealers and what they call jail. Again, I could be wrong. I've never been in jail. This is what I'm telling you, like off of what I've heard. Mm-hmm. Like they call jail or prison. Damn, get off the table. They call prison like the vines of knowledge or some shit like something like that.
How so?
Because that's where not everybody, that's where everybody is. That's where you can learn your trade when it comes to the illegal side of shit, Not even necessarily illegal. There are a lot of opportunities. Yeah, but like
to try
that's
to
where you can sort of kind of learn how to like. I mean, yeah, you can definitely better yourself in jail, but like that's where some people learn how to like launder money.
Yeah, but like you
said,
do
what they do on the
it is like a source of knowledge.
Exactly, do what they did on the outside before they got in there. They can learn how to do that better because now they got people who've done it before and they've made mistakes, so now they know what to do to fix that mistake.
Don't quote me on this, but I thought people were put in the holding cells or whatever and shit like that based off their crimes. So people that did similar crimes are kept together for like pedophiles and shit like that too, protect them and shit like that, or like other shit.
Okay, yeah, don't quote me on this neither, but yeah, it's basically like that. It's they definitely have a section for pedophiles, for rapists. They have a section for them. However, I think that like the alternative side, I think that's either for like people who like like they know, like they're either like raping, been raped, are only going for dudes, or are like in danger. I think that's only like what that side of that person is for. But then like, cause I've heard like rapists and pedophiles being in like the same spot as everybody else.
Can I speak about your brother on the podcast, or is that too personal?
I think
I won't ask you nothing too personal. Just like, has he told you any things about like how life is inside being incarcerated?
Yeah, he's told me a few things. I think he said he's hurt. He fights a lot in that motherfucker.
Are there some that you feel like you're able to share, or?
Oh yeah, 100%. Because he hasn't really told me much, honestly. To be honest, he hasn't really told me much. Yeah, I can't even say yeah. I'd say definitely every month. Probably like 2. Like today, he called me today like 3-4 times. He called me a day like 3-4 times. But like, what do you want to know? Like
just like I just want to know how has he ever told you how life is inside?
Yeah,
to let other people know.
Fucking sucks.
Yeah,
it's definitely what everybody says. It fucking sucks.
I've heard some people like it.
I've never heard anybody in my life ever say.
Well, not
like
that they just like it, but like they've learned to live with it.
Yeah, that's all you can do though. Like, this is what I've heard. Like, I've had a few people go inside that I've talked to, and or that I'm hella close with. But basically, this is what I've been told. I guess I have to, because that shit's starting to irritate me. But basically, this is what he tells me, and what he tells me is basically what I've heard, because I watch a lot of, or when I was younger, I've watched a lot of jail shows, like 60 Days In, Beyond Scared Straight, fucking, there's something else that I've watched. Like, I've watched a lot of different jail shit. But, you know, it's basically all the same shit that they say. Like, literally, like, they'll tell you, if you go, you should keep a schedule. By a schedule, a routine, that's the name. You should keep a routine, like do something.
Not even just in jail. I recommend people do that in life.
In life, most definitely.
We have to cut the podcast. So
okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, because that helps build discipline in your life.
100%. Like, I've been trying to get on a routine lately, and it's hard. Like, I'll get onto it. Like, I want my gym. I want gym to be in my routine for sure. But like, it's hard, and it's hard. The only reason why it's hard is because of my night shift, and like they'll be calling me for MET and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. For people who don't know what MET is, it's mandatory overtime. That shit fucking sucks. But yeah,
I'm ready for mine because them checks about to roll in.
My checks be fat. Like, they had me working like 5 days. And you know, my
I'm
hours,
already
12 hours.
I used to work the same shit as you and everything.
Like, boy, I was so fucking pissed though. I was pissed. Deal. Hold on, I'm finna hop off a jail talk.
We got a minute left.
Okay, I'm gonna say it real quick. Deal, brother. These niggas tell me why I go to sleep. Right, I get off of work on Saturday. They tell me on Saturday, they tell me my MET is on Monday. I wake up on Sunday. My girl wakes me up. She looks at my A to Z app and she's just like, "Babe, you got work today." And I'm just like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, you got work tonight." I'm just like, "Are you dead ass?" She said,
I know that shit hurt.
Bro, nigga, it was Sunday when she told me that. It was 5 o'clock. I just woke up. That's it, I guess.
All right. I'm sorry to cut this shit so short. Still figuring out my SD card about to be full. It was a good episode. See y'all next week.
Fucking dope.
Like, subscribe, do all that shit down below.
Like,
I can't think
subscribe,
of it right now.
comment.
Midnight Smoke out.
Yeah, Midnight Smoke. This is